No matter if it's a sand pit in the slums, a diamond in the Little League, or a major league ballpark, all roads lead to Cooperstown, New York. For it's here that a baseball player reaches the pinnacle of everlasting glory. It is here you will see these words. These, the words of the late Kennesaw M. Landis, first commissioner of baseball, upon the dedication of National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York in June 1939. At the request of Mrs. Richard McLennan of Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, U.S. For It returns to tour this famous shrine and relive some baseball history. To share this experience with us, in the first televised visit, were two rabid fans.
Who are these kids? But really doesn't matter. Just a couple of kids lucky enough to be born in America, victims of the delightful disease of baseballitis. Before them, in its place of honor, is the century-old, the very first baseball, undersized, misshapen, and homespun. Beneath the portrait of Abner Doubleday, who they say marked out the first diamond in an old cow pasture here in Cooperstown and shouted, "Play ball." Ever since then, dressed according to the day and age, man has sought to swat the horsehide and run around the bases. A baseball has inspired songwriters. Let's get the umpire's goat. My old man is baseball mad. The American League step. Take your girl to the ball game. And the greatest baseball song of them all, with the actual words written by the author himself. Baseball has prompted wood carvers into action. Before you, some 11 feet long and 9 inches thick, the largest bat in the world, made by a fan for his hero out of a telephone pole. Baseball has inspired great artists to capture America as America really is, with its men in blue facing a crisis, with its hero worshipers, and its fool and hardy. Baseball has aroused men to think of original ideas, like this, the largest baseball in the world, with the signatures of most of the celebrities in all walks of life, supported by a replica of the United States Capitol on 16 regulation-sized bats. Baseball has inspired poets and actors like the magnificent DeWolf Hopper, whose heart-tugging recitals have made an immortal out of a goat called Casey. And here at Cooperstown, for all to see, the original copy of the poem by its author, Ernest Thayer. Yes, baseball has even inspired traffic officials. In life, as in baseball, it is the number of times you reach home safely that counts. Of the immortals, there are those who can be remembered only by statistics in the record book, or by photographs and personal possessions. Among them, men like Christy Mathewson of the Giants, for 17 years, master of them all, whose Bible, donated to the Hall of Fame by his mother, inspired him to greatness. And number 4 of the Yankees, first baseman Lou Gehrig, the Iron Horse with a record-breaking 2,130 consecutive games. Here in Cooperstown rests his locker with his uniform, his cap, his glove, and his spikes. Mr. Connie Mack, manager of the Athletics, 1905 to 1950, the grand old man of baseball. And the bench from which he directed his teams as he waved his familiar scorecard and smiled or frowned. And number 3 of the Yankees, home run wizard George Herman Ruth, the game's greatest drawing card, the Babe, the King. His bat for homer number 60, 1927. The last ball he ever autographed. And the end, death by cancer. In the years to come, who will be elected to join these immortals at Cooperstown? Time alone will tell. But one thing is certain. Somewhere in America, there is more than one boy whose roads will lead to Cooperstown. Some American boy with spring fever and the delightful disease of baseballitis.